Hello friends, welcome to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Julie and I'm the author of the blog CapturingWonderland.com. Creating a beautiful vintage home on a very small budget. I am a mother and wife and we are homeschoolers and we live on a single teacher's income. So I am the queen of figuring out how to get what I want in a price that we can afford, not sacrificing quality or style. That being said, today I have something super fun. I took a beautiful Venetian style cast iron restaurant table base, say that 10 times fast, and I turned it into a Berkey water stand. And I absolutely love that. It's gorgeous, fits right into my dining room and into my style. And I actually bought 2 of those. And in that video, I told you that I was going to be redoing the second one. And that's what we're doing today. I'm going to be redoing the second one, but this time I'm going to be turning it into a tiny little cafe style table for my porch. And so it's a really simple project, costs almost nothing. The restaurant bases I found on Facebook Marketplace for $15 a piece. Here are the supplies that you are going to need. You will need a tabletop of some sort. This one is the 24-inch tabletop that you can get at Home Depot. You could probably find them at Hobby Lobby. And if you're lucky, you might be able to find them on their, 40% off sales. This one was $17, so not too bad. You will need sheet metal screws if your base is anything like mine. Mine takes 8. These packages are 6 each, so I will have a few left over. So these are number 14, 1/4 inch by 1 inch pan head Phillips screws. So they're sheet metal screws. And then I'm going to be staining it with Early American. So I also have my rag. And then I'm going to be giving it quite a few coats of polyacrylic. So I have my 2-inch angled Wooster brush, which I absolutely love. I will have all of these supplies linked below in the notes for you in case you want to do a project similar to this. But let's just go ahead and get started. If you are using a cast iron restaurant table base, we will also need some cleaning supplies, simple like dish Dawn detergent and water and a scrubby brush. Then we will also need something to coat the cast iron to make it water resistant / waterproof. Typically, if you're using it in the kitchen, you would season it with oil. Today we're going to be using oil as well, but we're not going to be sticking it in an oven. It's just to give the metal something of a coat to keep it from getting rusted outside. And it may rust over time and then you just go through this process over again. That's why you love cast iron so much, is that it is so easy to take care of and it is sturdy and you can refinish it time and time again. Let's just get started with this process. The first thing we need to do is to clean the base. Let's just get into it. Might come in with a nice clean rag and just kind of help dry it off a little bit and then put it into the sun so that it can dry quickly. So now I'm just going to take a 220 grit sanding pad and my orbital sander and sand both sides of the wooden tabletop thoroughly until they are very smooth and are ready to accept stain. Now we are going to take a dry rag and wipe all of the additional dust off of the tabletop, and then we are going to stain it. You know that this is my favorite, so kind of can't help but use it over and over and over again. It has the perfect warm tone to the wood. There's a reason why it's called Early American. So I'm actually going to coat the top and the bottom because I want the bottom to be just as secured water-wise. Secured. I want the top and the underside of the table to be just as water resistant. So I'm going to be staining both the top and the bottom and then doing a top protectant coat on the top and the bottom. Just for, because I just want to make sure that it's good. Now I am going to let the top finish drying, and then I'm gonna go ahead and get my oil and waterproof the base. So I am just going to use some olive oil that I have on hand, Aldi brand, and a rag. And I'm gonna do my best to get into all the crevices really, really well. For this step, we are going to need a few more tools than what I mentioned. You don't technically need them, not all of them at least. You could eyeball it, but I'm going to use a pencil and a measuring tape. And then I'm going to use a countersink to make my holes so that I don't have to deal with the possibility of any cracking happening when I use my drill to insert my screws into the bottom. Just a side note. My pencil goes straight through the hole in the deck. And I'm just going to measure around here to make sure that it is approximately the same distance. It is smarter to use a countersink bit simply because it will only go in a little bit, so you don't have to worry about going all the way through. But I don't want to move my base again, so I was just making sure not to go very far in. Ta-da! So, it is very pretty. Obviously, I need some chairs to go with it. All I have is some old folding chairs. They definitely do not speak old Venetian cast iron. So I will be on the lookout, of course, for some chairs for out here. If you really like videos like this and projects like this, stick around and feel free to go visit my website, capturingwonderland.com, for more projects very similar to this and much, much more. Whew. I gotta say, this was something that has been sitting in my kitchen for several months now, and we are clearing the area for an upcoming exciting project that is in the works. I am done planning, basically. I mean, not done. I have a vision for my kitchen, and so I'm going to be sharing that in an upcoming video. But that's all I have for today, guys. Thanks so much for watching. I'll talk to you later.